everybody, it's Anulyph here. I wanted to make a response video. I love the Proof Weight Loss Works channel, and they have some really good topics, but this one in particular really touched me because of something that happened to me recently. They were talking about the question, how do you handle people asking about your weight loss that do not know you had WLS? Do you spill the beans, sidestep it, and why? I had a friend of mine, we always talk about working out and nutrition and all that, who did not know that I had WLS. And I was kind of like, should I tell her, should I not? And so we were talking, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and tell her. And her response to me was, oh wow, why don't you tell everybody, because you could be like the beacon for someone who is considering this procedure. So I told her, well, first of all, I wouldn't put it on Facebook because people are negative, and I have had people tell me that I lack discipline and that I'm taking the easy way out, and I just do not want to welcome those types of negative responses to my journey. I do enough of my own to work against negativity, and I just don't want to invite that into my bosom. And I find that especially on arenas like Facebook, just, I have an account for WLS, and then I have one that's like friends, family, classmates, and I just don't personally feel that the support would come from my personal account. So, in answer to the question, it's a case-by-case basis. Met a guy, first day we talked, it was like I was talking to an old friend, and I actually told him. And he was like, wow, that is phenomenal. I showed him a picture, and he was like, wow, you are amazing. You look fabulous. You should be so proud of yourself. And it was like, fine. Good for you. You did what you had to do. I sidestep it a lot because, as I mentioned, I don't like the negative comments. And that friend that I mentioned earlier, I was like, are you considering having something done? And she told me, oh no, I'm going to do it the natural way. And, I do realize that I'm sensitive about this. I can accept that and admit that. But when she said that, it came across to me like I was doing something unnatural because I had something placed to ensure that I was going in a certain direction. And I, was like, so is it unnatural for me to be in the gym 5 days a week? And is it unnatural for me to watch what I eat? Is it unnatural for me to try to get in 100 grams of protein a day? Is it unnatural for me to drink 70 ounces of water a day? Is it, so it's like, really, am I doing this the unnatural way? I guess that's subjective. But what I do tell people, I describe my exercise regimen, and I describe the types of food that I eat. I describe my meals. I describe things that I have cut out of my diet. I have not had a carbonated soda. Well, all soda's carbonated. I haven't had a soda since surgery. I've had alcohol twice in the year and almost a half of my WLS. For a long time here, lately, I have involved sugar in my diet, but I was very strict. I really was careful with what I put in my mouth. And I find, people will message me, what are you doing? Or, okay, for real, what's going on? How are you losing all this weight? And when I describe to them my regimen, my diet, things that I've cut out, I don't hear from them anymore. And so it's like, so why would I open up to you and share a personal decision that I made to becoming healthy? I just think I wouldn't walk around and shout to the world that I had a hysterectomy or that I had a breast removed. You know, surgery is personal no matter what you have. And I just think that, some people, even in the weight loss surgery community, are very judgmental, about those of us that choose to sidestep it. And I just think it's a personal choice. Some people feel like, this is the biggest thing in life, and they want to put a banner across the highway that's saying, hey, I had lap band, hey, I had RNY. Well, I'm not one of them. My family knows, and even a family member, made a comment that I lack discipline, and if I just tried harder, then I wouldn't have to go this route. And it was very hurtful, and it played on my psyche. It caused me to linger in my decision, and I just don't want that right now. I have decided maybe in the future that I will disclose publicly and share my story, and be that beacon of hope or light for someone that may be considering or hadn't even heard or thought of. But as of now, no. So I really appreciate you all putting that question out there, because it's something that is always present before me when people say, what are you doing? I am explaining what I am doing, because without doing that, then I would be just like my coworkers who are gaining their weight back after having WLS. So that's my answer. Thank you guys for posting that, and have a good day.